Hello there, YouTube. What is going on now? It's me, Gabriel Nagle here, founder of Weather Buddies Forecasting Central. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If so, let me know in the comments. I also got a Discord server that's based off of the weather. If you guys want to join that, feel free. Today is going to be a U.S. weather forecast, and I haven't done these in a while, so I do apologize. But let's get started with the video. Oh yeah, and real quick, if you guys love weather-related content and love weather forecast videos, give the video a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and don't forget to ring the bell notification icon for the latest. Alright, let's get started. Alrighty, here is our U.S. weather forecast as of March 9, 2024. A very active weather pattern for most of the U.S. Yes, you guys heard that right. A lot of the U.S. for the next 7 days is going to be pretty active, so you guys are probably going to like this forecast. Alright, we're going to start off with the GFS model. Okay, so for March 10th on Sunday, which I believe is... that's tomorrow, right? Okay, I'm just making sure, sorry. Just asking a friend if that was tomorrow. Okay, so anyways, so tomorrow, some rain starting to hit the northwest there, very, very far northwestern corner of the United States. You got a nice nor'easter right over Vermont and Massachusetts right now. That's going to exit, and some lake effect snow actually showing up right here in the Midwest, so that's interesting to see. And as you guys can tell, most of the country is quiet right now, but as we go throughout these slides, you will start to notice more of an active pattern in this area I just circled. So yeah. Alright, so that's Sunday, that's tomorrow. Alright, now we're going to Monday, March 11th. And as you can tell, it's still generally quiet for the first few days, I should be saying. But expect this here in the northwest with light scattered rain and snow showers. Expected to expand in kind of an east-southeasterly direction. So instead of going like in a dead east direction, it's gonna be going more east-southeasterly. So it's gonna be more like that. There is a jet stream that's going across pretty much right about there as of right now, and it's connecting with the Alberta Clipper, which is right there, and the Pineapple Express is right over here. I don't know my other track names, but I just only know these two. I do apologize for that, guys, but yeah. So that storm exiting the northeast in the New England states, still getting some snow in Vermont and Massachusetts and Delaware, or not Delaware. I forgot the name of that state up there. I do apologize, guys. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm gonna be a little scratchy today. All right, now Tuesday, March 12th. See, kind of starting to pile in there. Kind of like I said, going in the east-southeasterly direction. So at least that's the projected forecast projection. From very light snow showers in Colorado, of course, and that storm finally is exiting the northeast, and that most of the center part of the country quiet, including parts of the desert southwest, very quiet as well. All right, so now we're moving to Wednesday, March 13th. Now this is where things start to get active. This down here may have some severe weather, so that's going to be sometime, I think, next week. So we may or may not do a live stream on this event, depending on how bad it actually gets. We also have a very active pattern. So I told you about the southeasterly direction, or east-southeasterly direction with these storms. It's exactly where they're going. Now Colorado is getting impacted. Utah, Wyoming, Montana, and pretty much all the northwestern states there are getting impacted by this. Not so much California, which is interesting because usually these types of weather patterns affect California too. But again, my eyes are going to be kind of focused down here in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, and Arkansas, and Louisiana, because there's going to be a big swath of heavy storms that's going to be showing up on these models. All right, ready for the next one? Okay, so there's a nice storm developing right here. Again, like I said before, it was going to be a few days before it starts showing active pattern in this area I circled. And of course, the southeast is not seeing much right now. Again, just keep monitoring because there are going to be some big storms in that area later on. So, going to keep an eye on that. Um, Clear. It's still kind of Let's say light rain and snow showers in the in the New England states, and then parts of the Mid Atlantic. Not much going on there either. Isolated, very very isolated nation thunderstorms. Probably about it right there. Anyways, and then of course behind the system we got some, I forgot what they call it, but they call it back type snow. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. I should know this, but this is snow on the backside of the low pressure system, so kind of an upslope kind of type snow if you want to consider it that. All right, Friday, March 15th. I think this is there's that area I was telling you guys about. Big, massive swath of severe weather right there. Well, you don't know how true this is going to stay, but previous model runs have been picking up on some sort of massive swath of storms right here. So the last couple model runs have been picking up on that. So just keep an eye on that area. So again, this is mostly in Arkansas, northwest Mississippi, but mostly Arkansas is going to be impacted in northern parts of Louisiana. And then the desert Southwest is also going to get a little fair share too on this as well. Northern Arizona and most of New Mexico is going to get some snow and rain too. And then of course Pennsylvania, Ohio, and parts of Michigan, you guys are going to get some snow as well. Well, not snow but rain. But if you're up there in the Canadian Prairie, you'll probably have more snow up there. But yeah. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, so this is Saturday, March 16th. This should be my last slide on the GFS, precipitation GFS. I also temperature forecast in here too. So just hang in there, guys. I know this video is going longer than I expected, but just hang in there. Okay, some leftover precipitation in the southwest and Four Corners states. That big, huge swath of storms going south and clearing up a little bit there. That other storm system exiting the northeast and mid-Atlantic. And then we got another looking system here, 999 millibar low, that's just recently popped up in this particular day. So keep an eye on it. All right, now we're ready for GFS temperature. Let's go. All right, so I just want to really quickly mention to you guys my temperature forecast does look a little different from the GFS's forecast. So if you guys, I'll explain why that is when we get to my forecast. So just stay tuned for that. Okay. Well, so much of the middle southern part of the country can experience slightly below average to below average temperatures. This isn't going to last very long. It's only going to last like today and tomorrow, and that's like it. New England states are going to be really warm. Parts of the northern Great Plains and Midwest. Mild in the southwest. Parts of California, Washington, and Oregon. And yeah. So again, this is for tomorrow, Sunday, March 10th. Now Monday, March 11th, and here we go, ready to see this. So see that, told you it wasn't going to last very long. This warm air will start to, all across like the western, not necessarily western half of the country, but kind of in the middle, mostly in the mountain time zone, if you want to explain that, or in the Rockies. You can experience, above average temperatures for these areas for a little while. While in the southeast and parts of Florida, even Florida is going to get in on this too, which is going to be interesting to watch. So Florida, so the southeast is going to get cooler weather as well. All right, moving on to March 12th, Tuesday, and this is where it all starts to shift in towards the east. It's still confined in the middle part of the country, but it does start to it will start to shift easterly a little bit. The western half of the United States is going to cool off a little bit. There's going to be waves or shots of cool air in the western half of the United States. So, and my forecast that I have is based off of that. So, southeast coolness, it's not going to be, it's kind of starting to actually dissipate here because it's heading towards the ocean, so it's going to get kind of warmer. And there we go. There's that battle of the cold and warm starting to develop here as the western part of the United States starting to cool off, and most of the middle part and eastern part of the country start to warm up. Let's keep an eye on it and see what happens. Alright, so that is Wednesday, March 13th. We're going now to March 14th, Thursday. Now it's definitely the battle of the cold and warm. See, so again, my forecast is going based off of this right here. Excuse me, guys. Hold on a second. I know I'm trying to be as fast as I can. I know this. I'm trying to keep this video from within 20 to 25 minutes. But anyway, so most of the Midwest and eastern half of the United States is experiencing warmer than weather conditions, while the western half, or the western third, I think that's right, is experiencing colder than normal temperatures. All right, so I believe we have one more slide after this on this temperature forecast. See, battle. It's a battle of the cold and warm. It's kind of neat to see that. You don't really see this every day. This is kind of a rare pattern. You know, usually it does happen, but not this frequently. And it usually doesn't stay like this either. Usually these battle patterns tend to last only like a day or two. This is more like 3 or 4 days of this pattern. So, but again, cold in the west, warm in the east. Interesting to look at. All right, and this is where that pattern does start to break down, though. Warm temperature starts to kind of occur in the west, more like maybe neutral, and then the eastern half of the United States starts to cool off a little bit. So that pattern does finally kind of reach its life end cycle by this day. All right, CMC model. Here we go. All right, so I only did the precipitation forecast for the Canadian model because it's just too much time to put into, and I know you guys are probably tired of. I'm probably starting to get tired of me up. Well, so anyway, so the Northwest again, exactly what the GFS was saying. That big low right over the interior New England states, right over Massachusetts actually, and then it's expected to exit. This is tomorrow, March 10th, and now we're on Monday, March 11th. Starts to clear out. This is the interesting thing about this model. They are picking up some further southern moisture in California, so. Let's keep an eye on that and see if that actually continues to, so that continues. See how right the CMC is. The CMC usually has a colder bias, though. And again, it's for the middle part of the country, like I was saying before, quiet and calm. For at least the next couple of days. And then this is where the pattern does start to take a turn. This multi-river type storm events are hitting northwest and eventually kind of. I guess it goes in the east-southeasterly direction. Some very light showers over Colorado, the high mountains of Colorado. Keep an eye on those. And yeah, and pretty much the mid-Atlantic and the interior Northeast are quiet. Most of the Midwest is quiet too. So yeah, all right. Now we got all right. So now we okay. Now we have. Wow. See, it starts to expand. I think the CMC, if I recall, was going to earlier. The CMC does call for that severe weather pattern. I think don't quote me on it yet until we get there, but I think they were calling on that pattern too. Well, most of the northern, northwestern whole tier of the country actually is going to get in on some of this action. So like Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and those 2 states. So yeah, moving to the next slide. This is where it gets more active with the Southwest and stuff. So a little bit of a system developing right here. Not much of a low right now because if it were a low, they would have an L showing on it. But you know, and yeah, really snowy in Colorado. Just looks like a cold front going right through New Mexico. And then there's of course some scattered activity down here in the mid-south and southeast. Keep an eye on that. And then again, Northeast is quiet right now. New England Northeast is very quiet at the moment, so keep an eye on there. Oh, yep, see, there's that. Yep, we definitely got to keep an eye on this, guys. Because if this doesn't pan out, I probably will be doing a live stream on this event if it pans out. Because I do know that models are picking up on it pretty nasty. Not so much a squall line, kind of a linear type event. You know. And then, of course, that snow moves into New Mexico. Parts of the northern Great Plains are going to see some snow and rain. And then kind of like this along this strip right here that I just circled is also going to have some, probably maybe moderate, not really heavy, but moderate rain There's a little low pressure system forming right over Michigan. Oh no, not right over Michigan. Sorry, right over Lake Erie. So let's keep an eye on that. And this is Saturday, March 16th. We're almost done here, guys. We're almost done. I promise. There is snow, wraparound snow. That's what it's called. Wraparound snow there in the plains. Again, I'm gonna keep a close eye on this too, because this, even though this model is the only one that's saying heavy rain for the southeast and mid-Atlantic, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Nice, again, I see a nice curly Q right there. Look at that. Rain over Wisconsin, actually, and some scattered showers in southern Texas and southwest New Mexico and southeast Arizona. Oh yeah, one last place I wanted to mention was the New England states are going to be very active too. All right, so that's the last slide. You guys ready for my forecast? Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. So this is my precipitation forecast, and as I hold on a second, I was talking a bit. Like as I was saying, my precipitation forecast came out like this because most of the U.S. is going to experience, especially in the middle part of the country, going right through the center of the country there, they're going to experience well above average precipitation. Parts of Florida too. Florida's going to see some stuff too, but mostly just cuts right through the middle of the country, and yeah, because like I said, there's going to be kind of like a river effect in the northwest, kind of coming like this, and generally kind of heading in the east-southeasterly direction, so kind of like something like that, basically. All right, ready for my temperature forecast? This is my last forecast for the day, guys. Yes, I was telling you about that battle earlier on. So that's exactly what's going on right now. That battle that I was talking about, where it's going to be cold in the west and warm in the east. Now, even though the GFS wasn't really picking up on it, only picked up on it for like 3 or 4 days of this pattern, I'm going by not just the pattern, but by some of the teleconnections. I'm not going to explain much because it's going to take up too much time, but I'm just going by what the pattern is doing right now. And because of that, you have kind of the battle of the cold and warm, so yeah. Well, anyways, guys, that is my last slide. I hope you guys enjoyed this weather video. It was a little longer than expected, but if you guys did, please give the video a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and don't forget to ring that bell notification icon for the latest. Also, I will have my Discord server in the description of this video and pinned comments. Alright, guys, we will talk to you later.